Back here from Radio Row in Las Vegas, Nevada, ahead of Super Bowl 58. Sarah and I are pleased to be joined by former inside linebackers coach in Baltimore. That is Rob Ryan. Rob, good to be with you.
Oh, great to be back. All right, how you guys doing?
Hey, this place is a who's who, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And you're just sitting over there, and I'm like, wait a second, we got to find it. We got
to talk to Rob here.
Get Coach Ryan
I've done my share now. I'm pushing my wife's charity, Athletes Against Child Trafficking, and we have a big charity there, and the Backwards K Project, so which is going national. We're combining all the sports to work under one banner to attack this problem, which is invading our country. So that's our charity, and we're doing it in all sports. We get Sabrina Ionescu, the basketball player for basketball. We've got all my guys with the Raiders for football, but we've got some fighters. So we're taking guys from each sport and want to address this problem, and we're doing it from the nuts and bolts. We educate. We also identify these people, and then we go after them. We've got the people in America to go after them, and then we rehab. So the whole gamut of child trafficking. We're trying to get all the fans of our great sports and all our sports together to fight one fight, and that's to eliminate this problem.
What can people that's listening, what can they do to help?
Well, they can go on our website, the Backwards K Project, or Athletes Against Child Trafficking, and they'll see it. And every donation helps. But we've got hats for sale. We've got, here's my fighting hat, my TKO hat. We've got my baseball hat, the Backwards K. But we got all kinds. So every sport's got a hat. But it's also about you'll see we have an auction going for Sunday. The coolest stuff ever has been donated to us because it's a great cause, and if they do that, it'd be outstanding. It's a great cause.
Perfect.
That's fantastic.
So we wanted to get your thoughts on the defense in Baltimore. You know that the Ravens.
They were fantastic.
They were
great after I left. But I'll tell you
coincidence, though, right?
That Mike McDonald really did a super job, and John's going to have a great defense, and they've had that great defense there for a long time, and really the Raven defense, really it's the Rex Ryan defense, but people don't like to say that, but it's the truth. But I love to see Patrick Queen come into his own under Zach Orr. He's obviously done a great job of coaching there, the front office there with the Ravens is so good. You get Roquan Smith. Now, wait a second. Now, if I had Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, I'd still be there. But that's okay. I love being at the Raiders. I mean, and AP, we got our own linebacker running shows now.
Yeah.
And our defense plays with a mentality that I know the Baltimore people would approve of.
Yeah. All right. So let's catch everybody up to speed then. You're currently with the Vegas Raiders.
Yes.
You were with Baltimore, you served before Roquan came in, so that would have been the 2021 season as inside linebackers coach.
Yes, we were number one in the league in run defense, but that's just a fluke. Hey, Orion number one in run defense. What a shock.
Well, what about this, though? You had a chance to see the beginning of PQ's career.
Oh, absolutely.
And now what he's become, he's about to get paid. He's about to get paid big time.
He should be. He's fantastic, and he's a great kid, and he's tough. He loves football, but to see that kid ascend from going from, I got to say it. Wink Martindale taking him off the field on third down might have been the dumbest thing ever. And to have to sit there and try to coach through that was a hard thing for me. And it was, to keep that kid playing, he never let it affect him. And he's upset about it, and he should have been. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But, the reason why we both got fired. But the thing is, that kid, I knew he was going to be great, and now you see him, and he plays the game with violence. He plays the game. He's a very smart kid, and he's tough. Yeah. He's physical. He's a beautiful kid. So I'm so happy for him making the Pro Bowl. Thought our guy Spillane should have made it too, but I'm happy for PQ.
And Sarah, you remember PQ was when Wink left. PQ did not mince his words with a couple different social media posts that he put up.
Oh, yeah.
It was clear that he felt held back in that defense, right?
But either way, we can pretend it never happened, but it did. But bottom line is they drafted a great player in Patrick Queen, and he's showing everybody just how talented he is.
And they figured out how to use him, better.
He did lead our team in tackles. It was great for me, but we were stupid enough to take him off the field. Like, what are we doing? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
This is cool, though, because I think you can speak to this. When Roquan came in, there was this thought that, and maybe some of it's true, but there was this thought that he unlocked Queen, and it almost took away Julie.
Yeah.
Right? Can you speak to? Okay, sure. Roquan makes anybody that he's playing alongside better.
Absolutely, he's a great player.
But I think what got
football.
lost in that is PQ's own development individually too.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's so committed to football, but when you put those two together, I mean, my God, that's fun to watch. It really is, and I'm just super happy for him because he was identified by DeCosta and those guys as a great player, and he was. They just they finally started using him. And, that Mike McDonald did a heck of a job with that defense. And now Zach Orr to take over. I mean, he's going to do a great job.
So I've
Chris
asked
Hewitt's there, too. I mean, that guy's a phenomenal football coach in his own right. So
And Denard Wilson just got an opportunity. He's been plucked away. Right?
They guys are getting chances to be defensive coordinators, and well-deserved. Anthony Weaver down there in Miami.
So I asked this of Rod Woodson yesterday, but I think, as a coach, you would know. We're going to miss PQ. We're going to miss him. But is there some sort of effect, kind of like how Ray Lewis had with Roquan? Is it where, say, like they put in Trenton Simpson, and he's coming in as his second year? Can Roquan lift a guy like that? Like, it felt like every time somebody put somebody next to Ray, they seem to hold their own. Like, they're not going to replace PQ, but do you have confidence because Roquan's next to him?
Yeah, I mean, you put great players make people better. I mean,
Okay.
We have Max Crosby, the best player in football. The best player in football. He makes us all better.
Yeah.
Believe me, he makes everybody better. And you got to look up and find out, this kid was a free agent. This kid's a free agent. Max was, I don't know, fourth-round pick. He's the best player in football. He makes us all better, but he can only line up in one spot. So the more you can get other guys around him, like when we played Kansas City, there's a reason why Patrick Mahomes ran for 2 miles because he was running for his life because we have Max Crosby chasing him.
Right.
You guys don't have Max Crosby, but you have a football player, and he's going to make whoever it is better. The kid from Clemson or whoever it is, they'll find a way. Zach Orr's teaching will help them, But the great players make everybody better. But the more of them you have, you'll see that that defense that you had in Baltimore last year was tremendous, and you're going to miss Patrick Queen if you don't re-sign him for sure.
Yeah. Rob, can you give us some insight into the game management operation in Baltimore? Because there was some news this past week about Jerry Rosburg potentially coming back, and then the deal fell through.
I don't know anything about it. I mean,
not about that.
Rosburg's one of the most respected coaches in the league, and I know he's been Baltimore, for 100 years. So him and John knows what he's doing, and obviously, so if he was looking to hire Jerry Rosburg, he thought he could help him. But whatever happens, I mean, they got a great football team, and so we'll see how they do.
Just to clarify, sorry, what I meant was, what goes into game management decisions from your perspective in Baltimore? Is it a team effort from an analytics side of things, clock management?
Yeah, I mean, it takes everything into account. I mean, analytics is huge. I mean, but there's an art to analytics. It's not exact science, or mathematics. It's a goal for it. You have to have an art to know when to do it and when not to.
Right.
But that's where experienced coaches play into, they have those numbers come true to life. So, analytic department there in Baltimore, second to none. So, it'll be interesting. Whatever they see they need, believe me, they've thought about it. They do a lot of good things there, and I'm sure they'll do what's best for their team.
Well, we'll get you out of here on this. Can you give us some insight into Zach Orr? I don't know exactly what position he had when you were with the Ravens.
He wasn't there. He was coaching for Jacksonville.
Oh, that's right. He left.
Yeah.
He left for a minute.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you didn't have you didn't overlap with him ever?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but a lot of respect for him, and I know he replaced a legend, me. So he did a great job.
Appreciate you,
That's
Coach.
the perfect way to get it out
That's a good
of
way
there.
to end it. Yeah, good luck with everything.
But we do have to ask, is your brother going to be back in the NFL at some point here?
I don't know if he is, but everybody better look out because the quarterback better duck.
Yeah.
Rob Ryan, always good to be with you, my friend, and thank you for your perspective here. Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas continues. Coverage right here from Radio Row.